Hi, Omega Khaos here again, and this is my Atlantean deck buffer. Atlantean is an archetype that was never considered to be good on their own. They were always used in conjunction with Atlanteans to mitigate the costs of melee monsters and to trigger Atlantean effects. But, and the deck even got worse after Atlantean Dragoons and Gypsy Diva were hit by the blacklist in September 2013. I actually really like the Atlantean archetype themselves, but I don't really like mermaids that much. So yeah, so I thought I would try out Atlanteans again, and deck actually works. Info, of course, it's not as good as mermaids, but still. So let's cover this deck. First is Mooling Glacier, the Elemental Lord, a really powerful boss monster in this deck. In order to summon it, you have to have exactly 5 water monsters in your graveyard. When discard special summon, you discard 2 random cards from opponent's hand. And when this card leaves the field, you have to skip your battle phase of the next turn. Especially it's Trinket 2 on legs. Especially good if your opponent is low on resource, only has 2 cards in the hand. You just summon this and then their options are completely gone. So extremely good. Even manual decks don't really run this anymore, but it's definitely good in this deck. You also have some grave control in this deck as well with Tidal and Salvage. Then, of course, Tidal Dragon Ruler of Waterfalls, really good as well. Of course, extremely powerful. Then the main boss monster of the deck, Poseidon the Atlantean Dragon. When this card was released, it wasn't used even in the pure Atlantean decks. But with the release of the Atlantean Dragon, it actually becomes pretty good. Then Atlantean Dragoons, of course the main charge of the deck. Unfortunately it's at 1, probably will never come to 2 or 3. But of course really essential card. Then 2 legendary Atlantean Dragon. You can tribute this card and 1 CZ type monster. And you can press one Poseidon Atlantean Dragon from hand or deck. 10 normal monsters. One currently controls lose 300 attack. Definitely really good to summon out your Poseidon. You can summon it out with Gypsy Diva and Atlantean Marksman. And then you can devote both to summon Poseidon. So really good monster, I think, if you run the boss monster. Then 3 Atlantean Marksman, really good if you send it with a to as a cost to activate water monster effect. You can destroy a set card on the field, and when this card inflicts battle damage, you can press 1/1 for lower separate Atlantean monster from the deck. Then 3 Atlantean Heavy Infantry. Also, if it's set to graveyard as a cost to activate water monster effect, you can start 1 face card on the field, then destroy it. And you can also during main phase you can normal summon as separate type monster level 4 lower from a hand as a normal summon set. So really good, definitely, no question. Then 1 Gypsy Diva, basically a tour guide of the deck. Of course it's also at 1 currently. I hope it comes back to 2 or 3 because it's very essential to this deck. But we'll see. Even manual decks don't even use it anymore. Then 2 Abyss Soldier, really good in this deck. You can discard 1 water monster to the graveyard from hand, and then there's 1 card on the field and return to the hand. So basically, compulsory evocation device on legs and a way to trigger Atlantean's effects. Then 2 Genex Undyne, and normal summon, you can send 1 monster from the deck to the graveyard as cost that change controller to your hand from the deck. So really good. Activate Atlantean, trigger Atlantean's effects, and to get that challenge controller as an extra monster. Then run the challenge controller, of course, too. Sometimes it sucks to draw, but it's pretty good as a tuner in this deck. And then the last monster is Dragon Ice in the main deck. When your opponent spells one monster, except during damage, it can discard one card. Press one discard from your hand or graveyard. You can only control one of these in the field. So, definitely good. You can trigger Atlantean's effects once again with this card, and you can summon out your level 8 Synchros along with Challenge Controller. Even peels off the Diabolic Dragons, because the Challenge Controller is a Dark Tuner, not the spells. One call of the Atlanteans can target level 3 or lower Sea Serpent type monster in your graveyard. Then press one, all 3 of them. You cannot press one the other monster during the turn you activate this card. But since it's a quick play spell, then you can activate it in your opponent's end phase, and then you can press one on your own turn. So I think it's really good at one. Then one surface. You basically press one level 3 or lower fish sea serpent or agua type monster from graveyard in place of defense. So pretty good to revive your some of your monsters, like there's that Atlantean Triton. Then 2 salvage, cycle many of your monsters are 50 money or less. First turn 3 of this card, but that becomes way too cloaky, fortunately. Then 2 Forbidden Lands, protect your monsters. 2 Misplaced Typhoon and Dark Hole. And the traps. Pretty heavy trap lineup because this deck's playstyle is completely different from the Mermails. This deck is more of a control deck, while Mermails are more of a spam deck. So yeah, the Solomonic 2 Black of Horn of Heaven is extremely good in today's game because of all the Sea summoning and summoning going on, and of course negate something like Judgment Dragon or any monster that special summon inherently. Then bottom step hole, Special Tribute, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Fair Chain, and 7 Tools of Bandit, just for tap negation, but might be replaced by Wiretap in the future. But 7 Tools is still good because it destroys the tap card, while Wiretap sends it to the deck. Wiretap is good against things like Theosophy or the artifacts. Then extra deck, Leo Keeper of the Sacred Tree. You summon it with Giant Controller and Poseidra or Tidal. Definitely really good. Then piece of the Diabolic Dragons, like has a Dark Tuner on and any other non-tuner. Carry destroy battle of artifacts, extremely good. Only cards that can get around this are Combo's Evocation Device, number 101 or Dimensional Blizzard, things like that. Then Hot Red Renouncement, of course really good, one of the best level 8 synchros. Star Spark Dragon, the level 7 synchros. Cooling Dragon of the Icebearer, of course really good, also can help trigger Atlantean's effects. Black Cross Dragon, nuke the field. Ellipsis Catastor, just in case. And Underworld Fighter Balmung, because you can summon it. You can summon Diva and then summon Atlantean Heavy Infantry. Then Exist monsters, only one max one is Mermail Abyss Chaos, and the only Mermail monster are on this in this deck. Of course, really good skill rain on legs, and the 5 hard monsters can attack. This card has Exist material. Then number 1 Shadow Arc, of course extremely good rank 4, and can also trigger Dragoon's effect if you see someone with it. Then go Cowboy, number 70 Love Hot Dragon, just good as speed and can help to trigger a marksman's effect. Wine of Senmins, Armored Kappa, of course just a good rank 2 and can trigger Atlantean Heavy Infantry if you see someone with that. And then Kochikari Katetsu. So this was my Atlantean deck profile. And this deck is definitely not as good as Marvel's, but it's not as bad as you may think. It can do some nice plays. I definitely suggest it to try it out. So, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. For now, goodbye, Omega Khaos out!